everybody, welcome back to Motion RC Live. I'm James, and alongside me in a second is going to be Wesley Miller for our monthly now live show. And I want to wish everybody in the States, at least, happy 4th of July to you all. Great when 4th of July falls on a Monday. I don't know about you, but we got Monday off, so 3-day weekend ensuing, basically, after this show ends. So we're always excited about that. As you saw, since obviously the last time you saw me, but just recently we released brand new Freewing F-16 in 64mm form. I wish we had some flying video for you when it dropped, but this arrived earlier than any of us expected. It got there and it was like, we didn't have it ready yet, so we got to get this bad boy out to fly it, so hopefully that's going to be coming. If you saw last night, Wesley went live on YouTube and built it up, Wes, and then I just released our official assembly video today, so bear with us. Some point next week, we'll get some flying footage for you, but I'm excited to rip it. What do you think about it, Wes? And happy 4th of July weekend to you.
You're muted, Wes.
You're muted, Wes. You're muted.
Here we go. Hey. Whoops. Hey, starting it off right? Well, I'm glad to be here. Right. And I'm loving the little F-16. Got it put together live last night for a whole group of guys over on Facebook. Answer the best of your questions. I love it. Guys that have the 90mm, the paint job looks almost identical to it. So it's just like a mini version of the 90. And I can't wait to get it flying this weekend. Yeah. James has got his there. It's a gorgeous little model.
Yeah, I like the way they did. I like some of the features they did. Obviously, reverse thrust was one of the big things. I know a lot of guys were excited to finally see it in a Freewing jet, and hopefully, I'm under the assumption that's some. And hopefully I'm under the assumption, blocking my mic, I'm under the assumption that's something they'll probably start doing in the future with other ones, so it's always nice when they do something like that. But as far as the other 64mm go, if you watch my assembly, there's a quick shot where I had it sized up with the 64mm F-22, and I don't know if you guys have the F-22 and the F-18, but they're like a thinner, I believe they're still EPO, but they were like a thinner made, I guess, back then. And this one resembles more of the rigidity of like a nice 70mm. Like I've got the 70 F-35 behind me, and anybody who's seen that up close, beautiful, like, nice deep panel lines, good paint scheme on it. And this resembles that. The work on the fuselage and stuff, just as far as the panel lines go, looks really nice. And again, very simple construction since it's a 64 4S. They kept the weight down by only going with 4 servos. So you have one servo is powering, because it's an elevon setup, your aileron and your elevator on each side. So 2 linkages, 2 control rods, if you will, off the servo to make that function. So, yeah, we're excited to get it out and, take it around and get you those videos, along with a lot of the other stuff that we'll talk about later in this video too, because I got a bunch of these new Skynetic minis on the table. Wes has some new stuff, but all around, while we're here in this section, because I brought back the graphics for today to try to keep it, succinct, we're going to spend about 10 minutes on the F-16. So if you guys have any questions now about the F-16, you bring them in, and Wes, continue on. What else do you like about it?
Yeah, James, the F-16 is going to be a great airplane for somebody that's newer to EDS but has experience with warbirds and things. This is going to be a great way for somebody to jump over into that realm. F-16 is a fantastic, stable aircraft in high alpha. So somebody that's wanting to learn high alpha but doesn't want to risk maybe a more expensive jet to learn their high alpha with, this airplane should be able to do it, no problem. Very nice battery size. That's an inexpensive option that a lot of people already have, a 2200 4S battery. I've already checked both the 45 and the 35C 4S packs fit in there just fine. And it's going to be a great little model. I love the way how easy it is to take the gear on and off, and it's going to be great. I can't wait to get out and fly this one. I really can't. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, you could come back to me. Now, my head might be cut off a bit, but I got the plane on the table, and somebody wanted to see how the reverse feature works. So, I've already got mine turned on. Now, again, you're going to need 5 channels for this aircraft, because we're going to have two aileron leads, if you will, that plug into the aileron and elevator channels, and then you've got to, do the elevate or delta mix, the elevon mix in your radio. And if you ever get it backwards, just usually change two wires and it fixes everything. So you don't, if you've ever done a delta, it's pretty simple. And then you've got throttle and rudder, because pre-installed rudder, which is nice on a 64. And then the fifth channel, so wherever you plug that in, you want to assign it to just a 2-position switch, and that'll allow you to, flip the motor. And it'll flip regardless of how fast the motor's spinning. I don't know if you tested it out too, Wes, but I sure did.
Yeah, I definitely did. It was kind of funny. Me and Lori were playing with it here on the table last night, and it was just like, it's kind of funny to see that.
I'm going to turn it this way. Not that you're going to see this or even be away, but I just don't want to blow all these planes off the table when I do it. But we're going one way, and now I'm blowing right at the camera. About a half throttle or a little less. But then when I flip the switch, that's immediate change. I think they get the drift, that it can change like that. So obviously, dangerous if you put it on I wouldn't put it on a switch that you're used to flicking on another model. I think would be a good just safety tip. Like if you've never played with reverse thrust, put it on a switch that's not as easily accessible, because the only time you're really going to use it is for your landing rollout. If you come down and you think you're going to leave the runway, flip that switch and you're going to brake and start going backwards. So, I wouldn't, obviously you flip it in the air, you're going to have a problem. You're definitely going to have a problem. Don't do that.
And your video that you put out today of the assembly, you actually showed where you put a little string off it. If guys want to go check that out after the show, you had a little string that would suck in and blow out too, for them to see the reverse thrust on.
Gotcha. Now let me check some comments. Yeah, I see people talking about grass. These aren't grass models, but
hand
again,
launch.
All grass is different. If you have a grass field, then that's where you hand launch this thing. You could 100%. The gear, again, the main gears just click out, and then you just have to loosen the grub screw to take the nose gear out, and you're good. And if you want to even conserve weight, like Alpha, you were talking about high alphaing, looking at this setup, I would go to a 1600 milliamp lipo for the weight, and you take off the gear, and I'd probably, if I knew I was going to hand launch it specifically only, I would remove the whole contraption entirely for the nose gear, get all that weight out of there, and then it's probably going to high alpha for days. That would be my setup if you wanted to get rid of weight. But grass, that's not what this is for. Maybe the 70 millimeter you could do grass, but even 70s aren't typically made for grass. You want to be in the 80 department. Pretty much all of our 80s can handle grass or bigger. But yeah, you wouldn't take off of that. Good to see you too, Philip. I never left. I'm back. Who else we got? Yeah, decals come pre-applied.
Here's what it looks like out of the box. How about that?
Yeah, let's show. You want to show it out of the box? Here we go. This is you can see this video. We made it live about 2 hours ago, guys. The whole overview. I go over the features and everything. So, again, you could see I think for the price point that this came in at, it's awesome. Anybody looking to get into a jet, because it's easily better than any, of our other 64s. It's bigger than all those 3S1s, the hand launch specifics like the F-86, the MiG, the Lipish, the Thunder Chief. It's just got great detail. It's a good looking jet. Will the rear venter fins be okay for grass belly landings? Yeah, I think they'll just stop. I mean, if you come down, I don't think you're going to break them off. They're both got 2 screws on each side, and they're apart. I would definitely keep them on. But again, if you wanted to take them off, that's up to you. They're just 2 screws on there. And I like too, it's molded into the whole compartment that you can get access to the motor too. So it wouldn't really do too much damage. It'll come out. But yeah, it's got a pre-installed rudder, guys, for anybody just joining. That's a great option too, as well, with a F-16. It just looks really good. But it's a mostly glued together assembly. So, you know, you're definitely going to glue your main wings. Once they're on, they're on. You know, you're never taking it apart once it's together. So this isn't one that you're going to put together. And then it does, for all you guys, again, it does the elevon setup. So you would see it on the video if you watch it, but 2 linkages off the servo, controlling both the elevator and the aileron on the side of that servo, and those servos are mounted into the fuse. So there's actually no connections you have to make to the wing at all. You won't see any flight video today. We did not, again, we were expecting this another couple weeks, and the whole container just moved. It's crazy. It moved faster than others, and it just got here. So the decision, we said, let's put it on the website. You know, we'll get the video, so just bear with us. Probably have some flying video for us this weekend, or anybody who bought it before us probably going to beat us and jump the gun and get some flying footage of it this weekend. Because I know I'm not flying on, I don't have time to be running around on July 4th weekend. I gotta be, got a lot of stuff going on with the kiddos and stuff. So no flying for me probably till Tuesday. And Wes might try to get out with it as soon as he can. But then, Wes, you actually have a show next week, correct?
Yeah, James, we're going to be going to Jets over Jacksonville. They call it Jet Jam also. But yeah, it'll be Jacksonville. We'll be getting there Friday evening, and the event is Saturday and Sunday all day. And the whole crew from Motion RC South is going down there. I guess Souther.
South.
We're all South.
You're Souther.
Souther. But yeah, we're all heading down there next weekend, camping out for the event. It's going to be fun. I've had a lot of people message me on Facebook that are already saying they're going to be there and excited to see us. So we'll be there hanging out all 4 days and flying. Monday's open flying, so I might even try and take maybe the Hellcat and get the gasser out and fly it a little bit. So
that'd be great. We'll talk about that in a bit with the in progress section we talk, because he's got some good things going on over there. Some good videos going to be coming out.
So many good toys going on right now.
The Souther team, if you will.
The Souther team.
So guys, that'll do it for, I guess, today. Again, any other quick questions on this one, or we can move on to community, because there's been some, we had a heck of a month as far as customer shares go. You know, always enjoy this section of our live show when we get to go through the community. And I think the first one that we got to get out of the room, I just saw someone ask a question, do we have an RC P38 Lightning? I don't know about you guys, but I saw a P38 Lightning. And now, before you play it, Alex, I got to warn you, this is, if you guys aren't on Facebook or you didn't see it come across YouTube, but this was a mistake that was filmed. This is, but everybody was okay in the video. So everybody of what you're about to see is okay, but it's like the elephant in the room. How do we not talk about this? Because I think it got the most likes and watches, probably because it's just crazy. I've never seen anything like it. So here you go. It's 7 seconds. Boom. And that is scary, but the best part of it is that man was okay. He got right back up, posted a picture, apparently, and make this the last time we see it, on there. But he was able to turn. Apparently, the pilot himself didn't have his throttle up, so he was just gliding past. But that just looks like a club meeting that has to happen to figure out a better way. They need pilot stations or something. There's got to be a point where the pilots can stand. That's known to other pilots, because that just looked, he was at like a crazy 45-degree angle. He cut across his own field, and that's really, really scary how that happened. So when that popped up maybe 2 days ago, Alex, I think.
That's the craziest thing
I was not expecting to see that. I don't really like the clickbaitiness in the title. Like, he wrote fatal in there. I don't know why he wrote all the words he wrote, but we know why. Trying to get views. I get it. You're not going to see anything like that, and I've never seen anything like that, and that's one of those fears you have, right?
That's exactly where I stand on the field
every
time for the last 8 years.
So true. And, it's just bad. There's so many things I guess would have went wrong. Bad communication, poor, layout on the field. But I'm glad, again, everybody was okay. And just he was able to turn. It did only hit him in the back, and luckily the guy was powered off, didn't do anything. So again, they were both they were both okay. But, I want to get that elevator room. Be wary when you're at the field. Like even our field, we have a fence that the pilots stand behind, and then we have a fence between where the pilots stand and the workstation for non-members of the AMA. So like if you're just a visitor, you can't even get into the pits, if you will, because again, you could see how dangerous these things are. Luckily, it was only foam, and apparently, luckily, everything was okay. Like the guy was out flying right away and didn't even accept the money to buy a new plane because he lost his glider when he went down. He was flying a glider at the time. So all around, it turned out, I guess you could say that's the luckiest version of that there ever was. So let's move on. Safety first, guys. Safety first. And we'll go with David Roca, if I got that correct. We got a beautifully weathered in our regular scheme L39. So that's how our L39 comes. But I love the detail he did. And this reminds me of what I did with one of the Henlong tanks. I sprayed it with like a matte coating, and it like darkened it up. Wes, what do you think about this weathering? How would you it looks like it just darkened everything. I believe it would be a clear coat that would do that.
So it looks like he did the panel lines on this airplane by spraying a darker color into them. And then he probably seal coated this afterwards with a flat finish. Now, I can't speak for sure as I don't know the gentleman and how he did it, but that's what it looks like to me. And he might have done a light dusting of black over the rest of the airplane to get it toned down like it is.
Nice. I think it looks good either way. Looks real good.
Yeah. Looks real good.
Moving on to the next, we got a video here. This was cool by Henry Cecil. A10 Modification. I don't know if you saw this one, Wes, but he added, obviously he's got some cool stuff going on, but he did add LEDs to the gun, to the Burt on the front of the A10. So it might be something that people are going to want to look into. He gets to it in a sec.
I love that he added the step on the side also with the little door. They always put a little mural in there.
Yeah.
And the canopy. Look at that. Look at the lights.
Look at the lights. Yeah, he did fantastic. I just want to see that LED. It's coming. It's coming. I'm watching it. Come on, show it. Oh, I forgot how long this video is. How long is this video? There it is.
I see lights.
See it? That looked cool at dusk.
There we go.
I think that just looks great. And even how it circles. I love that.
That's great.
Evolving. I dig it. Looks like a lot of effort went into that.
It does. A lot.
And, fantastic. So go check out, that is on our Facebook group. And then we got Brendan McCormick, just playing crazy. This, I think, is maybe his fourth AL37. He's been like getting commissioned to make AL37s, and this time he really went for my heartstrings. He went with the Infinity War Endgame scheme, which is just fantastic. Thanos' glove on the nacelle, Iron Man, the whole crew on it. He just did a fantastic job. And he always makes videos on his YouTube channel, Just Playing Crazy, where he usually, shows you how he did these things. And all around, just good guy, does great work, and that's another fantastic looking model. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now this one, Daniel.
This is a meme.
This is a meme. Yeah, this one came in. Other things you could do. This reminded me of Wes. Other things you could do with your blue boxes.
Thanks. I'm glad this is what reminded you of me. Going for a ride down the stairs.
I know this would be you if you had a big full flight of stairs where you are. That was perfect. That's what you do with all the boxes before the garbage man comes. So great share there, Daniel Youngs. That was really funny. Moving on, Tony Jensen. Now this one needs to meet Brendan McCormick because you got the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. More simple PJ50. Just slapped some stickers on the on the stock scheme. Got rid of the motion logos. Added the shield, but yeah, I can see Nick Fury cruising in that thing. Why not? Or Coulson. Moving on, we got Steve Jones? Jannelli? Steve Jannelli painted his F-22 all black. I dig it. Even though everybody immediately, watch the sun. Well, obviously watch the sun, but It's still cool. I enjoy black aircraft. I've done it with a couple in the past. It works well. Now, Scott Greenfield, always coming through with something awesome. I always love this scheme. I've seen it numerous times. I know Victor has a larger L39 than he did in this scheme, and somebody thought it was that one, but this apparently is the Freewing. Just, you know, he saw Victor's Baltic Bees, and he went with the Baltic Bees. I love that scheme. I just think it's really cool. Obviously, really exists as a sport, air shows and such. So
I love the
around.
candy paint he used on the blue too. That came out great.
Yeah, I think the real one is purple, isn't it? This one looks a little more blue to me, but I'm colorblind, so I stopped.
Looks blue to me, boss.
Okay,
Looks blue
good.
to me.
All right, I just don't want to, I believe the real one was, I think it was purple and yellow, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I'm going from, my knowledge, but it looks good. Either way, it's a good-looking scheme.
Yeah.
But glad he did. And then back in the game, Nicholas Anthony Funara, who I thought this was going to be the winner of the March Mayhem, but he redid it. Apparently, I believe this one crashed, and he repainted it up to get back to that blue to match his F4. If you see it tucking away in the corner there, that's his style, but glad to see it back up and running. The pen is red. I can't lie. No, I'm just colorblind, so sometimes I think this is purple. Maybe, or is this blue too? See, now everybody's not sure.
That's blue.
This is
Yeah,
Nate.
blue again.
Nate, now that I think about it, I never pronounced your last name. So if you're there, if somebody knows how Nate pronounces, I'll give it one of my old college tries. Kaguli? Kagolin? It can't be like that. That's a terrible. That's gonna be his new nickname now in the chats. That's what everyone's gonna say. How would you say it? Cougar? Cougar?
Nate C. With
I'm
a great
terrible.
share.
I'm terrible. Nate C. And I talked to Nate, so it's even worse that I never said, "Hey, how do you pronounce your last
I
name?"
feel like getting Nate and your gold next to each
Yeah.
other is sick.
He did the very similar trimmings to mine, and I want to see what he does with his. I want to see what he does with the graphics, because he still needs some graphics on that bad boy. He might have it done already. I believe that one was from earlier in the month. Then Matt Morley, just plain old Black Horse Spitfire, but I love to see it. Always love to see people enjoying their Black Horses, and I love me a Spitfire. So if you share a Spitfire, more than likely it's going to end up on this show. It's royal blue. Salt on a roll. Moving on, Marsha Mike Smoot Anderson. Either way, I don't know, but he got an Exa Twin Otter, and he put it on the floats. This is one of the few balsa aircraft we carry that has floats. I would love to try a balsa aircraft on floats.
Who's in the pilot seat?
For sure. Oh, he's got a minion in the pilot seat, so, for all you Rise of Gru fans, and I don't know, it's some other cartoon character on the left there, but, it's not safe for work or anything.
That plane definitely looks like banana.
But it's a big banana. Perfect. I just actually saw it last night. That's what my kids wanted to see. I was like, "You guys want to go see Top Gun?" No. We'll go see Rise of Gru. Okay. All right. Then we got Mark Moser. I love what he did here. He said he had a show coming up, I believe. So wanted a night flyer. That's a great night flyer. I love the way the Neptune flies, the EDF version of it. And it looks good. Did a nice job with the lights. Very easy to add LED lights if you know how to solder. And then usually you could just solder on an end where you connect it, tap it into the balance port of your battery, and you're good to go with a flyer. But the way he did that almost looks like it should come available like that. Like he
Take
did.
notes, Alpha.
Yeah, he did a really neat job on it. That would be great. And we got Luke Bosson, who did like a tiger meat scheme on its Avanti, and it looks great. It looks fantastic. I love the way he did it. So good work on that. Always love seeing that. And then this one was beautiful too. Jonathan Festa did a his MiG, but just some beautiful shots there. Did in the Ukrainian colors, but I just love the whole detail, full change up from the way ours looks out of the box, yet similar, but all around just looks like a lot of work. And then we want to say, thank again Jeremy Salt. I use his 2 videos, being that it's July 4th. He did the American flag underneath his aircraft, so you definitely want to go check out Soul Productions on YouTube. They got some good pictures he's always sharing on Facebook, him and his son, but beautiful, beautiful shots of this thing, and perfect for 4th of July, you know? Looks really good. And I believe there's a real one with that, right? Isn't there a show one they did? That's like, I believe they've done it to one of them. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm
unsure about that one. Have to look it up too.
Jeremy's going to know in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy's
He's down there in the bottom.
In a second. And then James Thompson, another L39. I just thought this was cool. More Arctic scheme. Crossover from the ball. I've seen a few L39s today. It's funny how when one pops up a lot. Now, there was so much other stuff, but, you know, over the course of a month, and being that we only got about 15 minutes to dedicate to this, on a given show, it's hard to show it all. And I think next week, Wes, what do you think? I think I'm doing top 10 voted on by me, you, Alex, and Lori. And maybe we have to bring back prizes for that.
I'm down. I always like looking at customized
instead of just going
airplanes.
randomly, you know, not even just customized, best share. Like this week, it would be hard to not say, you know, that somebody getting hit in the head, that probably would have been the best share just based on stats. You know, if I go into the stats of it, I'm sure that got the most views. But
Send
things like
an
that.
L39. You look like you're in need of an L39. Sally, I mean, you look like you're in need of an L39 for the best share on that one, right?
Yeah, right.
He blew that one up.
Yep. All right, moving on to first person. Oh, this was Blackstar FPV demo team on YouTube. I love this. Wreck-em Roy's. If you share to our Hobby Squad group, you know, we have a thread in there if you're not on Facebook, but mostly it's Facebook customer community. It's just makes it very easy. That's where everybody posts. The community's crazy. It's gotten close to 14,000 people. I don't even know how it's growing by leaps and bounds. And I definitely decline far more people than I accept. You know, you got to answer the question and stuff. And it's just, I can't believe how many requests I get a day now. I don't know what happened, but
it's getting exponential.
Yeah, the exponentiality of it is going. So, you know, just post up your favorite stuff. But this was awesome. These guys do great. Yeah.
FPV
I was like,
and Corsairs, I'm in.
Alex, I was like, I saw that. I was like, you know, I don't know. The B2's about this. It was between this or the B2 for the starting soon. I think the American flags put me over the top. But that's screaming July 4th America for me as well. So excellent video. They have a great YouTube channel. And that's just some of the stuff going on in the community. So that'll move us on. So as we talked about new products, you see it on the sidebar. We can get moving to that. And I'll start us off, Wes, because I just got sent. Oh wait, my transmitter's still on. Let me make sure.
Plugged in over here?
All right, we're not still plugged in. Turn my transmitter off and the plane just exits the table. I'm gonna hold this a sec. Move this back here. And I want to show you, so if you guys saw, and you know, you might have got an email this morning on these, we got 3 new mini aircrafts. If you like yard flying, park flying, you know, things like that, you're always looking for something from Motion. Our selection was limited for a while, but we are going to start bringing in more of these from Skynetic. I really like the boxes. I was surprised when they came in, all different colors, and I'm wondering, I don't know if maybe Alpha's in the chat, but I'm under the assumption that maybe red's going to be for any glider type, green will be for any warbird type, or blue being for any trainer type aircraft. I don't know if the colors mean anything, but all around, you know, cool. Everything comes out. I put them together. I only got them about 2 days ago, so I had to throw them together yesterday, but they went together really quick. There's some smaller screws, but they all come ready to fly. You get your transmitter with each one. This is the Finch. So it's like pusher style. If you guys dig this kind of stuff, they have gyro stabilization. Again, they come with now mine. I'm not sure if they threw an extra. I don't want to quote me on this, but there were 3 batteries in each one of my boxes, which I thought was awesome.
Quoted.
I don't know if they threw extra batteries in mine just because they were sending it to me and they know we go out to film, we need batteries. But if there are 3 in each box here, because I doubt they open up the box to throw in extra batteries. It looked all sealed together, but I believe, and we just got to update the features on the website itself to say that there are 3 LiPos, so you get 3. So that's pretty good. You get a charger and, like, you know, for something like this, you're getting a lot of flying time. But this one has, like, carbon boom. You've got the P37, which is nice. Who doesn't love a good P47? I know, Wes, you like P47s, right, I think?
Oh, man. P47s are my favorite. Are you kidding?
I know. And then
I'm
we
jealous.
got the,
what the heck?
And then we got the C-185, which is really sweet. Stall-looking aircraft, high wing, and again, more trainer. But nice. They all come with extra propellers inside. Also, so if you break a prop or whatnot. And then the only real thing you got to do, you know, they all need to be screwed together. You do have to snap on the control horns. This one, you do have to screw on the struts and stuff. So some of them have, you know, assembly required. And the boxes, you know, you're not going to be, you can't use them as like transport. So even though they look nice, but you're really not going to take any of these apart, I can't see, and try to get them back in, you know, back into the boxes like a transport. So you put them together, and then they're more display, show, and fly around. So me and Alex, this is what we're going to be getting on next week as well, because we're going to try to get the F-16 out while Wes is getting the F-16 out next week. And what else do I have here? Or do you have something over there, Wes, that we go to while I bust out something else? Because we had a lot of stuff. Oh, look at you. He wasn't even ready. They didn't see that. Thank God. Thank goodness we cut. Where were you?
I was grabbing one of my new products.
Oh,
It on the table,
enough.
so I was ready.
I get to preview him over there, and I saw him like sprinting over, putting his headphones on.
Yeah, I was like, where'd he go?
Take get one of my new products.
There you go. You ready? Or
Yeah,
not?
man. Yeah.
All right.
So I got a few new products. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the videos this week, but like I was doing the Piaget 3D profile plane. This was one of my favorite ones that I've flown yet, but I've done all 5 of them now of the Skynetic line. There's this one. There's the Yak. You can see it right here in the background. There's the S-Bach, the Swift. There's a whole line of these, and I've been having a ball with them. These are great if you just flying in the backyard or a small park, and I've been having a ball with them, guys. So yeah, slowly we've been putting out the assembly videos for all of them. I've done an assembly video on every one of them, and that's been a lot of fun. So hopefully you've been enjoying that. And I picked up a couple new airplanes came in yesterday. So I got the Huntsman from Skynetic. I got the Dragonfly from Skynetic. So we get to do some float flying. That'll be fun. We got a sailboat in, and I got the Little Bird from Rotor Scale. So really been enjoying the Rotor Scale 450 size helicopters. I did the Huey. It's around here somewhere. It's back there behind me right now, but we did the Huey. And yeah, there's just been so many new products coming our way that we're trying to knock out and having a blast with. Got the little drift car from Charisma. These are really cool. If you haven't checked out any of the Charisma cars that just came out to the website, we've been having a blast with some of those. I just got a new concrete slab at the house, and it's the perfect place to do some drifting. And I already had some little cones and stuff printed out for our slot car track that are perfect size for this thing. So I think we're going to have a fun little video with the drift car. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, looks like you got a ton going on. Now I'm excited, especially for anybody who's into helis, because Wes has done them in the past, and he's ready to start doing them in the future. So we just got him out. One of the Little Bird was one of the Rotor Scale 450s I never saw. So I'm excited to see how that goes. And then once you do that, we're going to start getting Wes some of these bigger row bands to make some videos on, and, you know, some more in-depth videos on them. You know, like when you get that first big rotor scale, I can't wait to see row band. You know, you don't see too many videos of these things. I don't know why that is, but, you know, the guys who buy them just ain't got time for that, I guess. So, you know, a lot of people love them, but I'm excited to, you know, see a video where they're laid out and then put together and watch you fly around a big 800 scale heli, and then be able to do the type of, you know, Wes is a modeler too, so he loves to, you know, take it and then expand upon it. So the
Right.
heli guys, they go deep when it comes to that kind of stuff. You can
And,
get
you know,
lost in
we've
those.
got the airbrushes now. We've got all the stuff, and that's something that I've been wanting to do, is maybe even talk to some of our community about doing more live content, whether it be through Facebook, like I did last night, where maybe I go randomly live and I'm like, hey guys, I've just 3D printed some parts for this helicopter. We're going to do some painting, you know, just hang out. You know, it's not going to be for everybody, but I know some guys really want to know how to do some of that stuff, how to use my Benchcraft airbrush, how do I set it up? Those are great things that I can go live. People can ask questions. It's part of that whole thing of me coming over here to Motion. Now we can all hang out together and learn a little bit more about something else on the modeling side of it.
Yeah, I was excited for you guys that going live last night. I was just sitting down with my kids to Rise of Gru, so I couldn't possibly watch watch what on last night. But yeah, man, I think, like I promised at the start of this year, we went down to once a month because we had other things we were doing. We're gonna start coming back probably with more lives, as we progress here. But we're only 2 months into this thing, starting
Right.
like month 3. Just finished 2 months, so it's still early. Bear with us. We're knocking out content for a lot of stuff. It's hard
Right.
to focus in because now it's like, oh, we got ahead of this, and here's a bunch more new stuff, which is great. But now, still in the new products, I got a couple other things. If you guys notice, so some things I want to say. These I'm excited about. These are IR 30 scale Toros. So they're even smaller. Like I did a video recently on the 24th scale henlongs, or no, Toros, henlongs. I think they're henlongs. Yeah, 24 scale henlongs. I get confused. And then these, though, this comes in a 2-pack. So I'm going to pop it open quick because I've done that. But we're going to make a video on these. But also, all you Toro tankers, a couple good things. So the Toros, we just got a restock about 2 weeks ago of all your 16 scale. They come with extra features. So there are Toro tanks now where the gun has the LED on it and smoke comes out of the gun. They added all the Toros, whether you get the unpainted ones, like I didn't realize the original, like the unpainted ones didn't come in the nice wood crate. So now they all come in the wood crate, and that's, I use it. I use those crates for other things, which is awesome. And then, aside from Toro, we just got a stock yesterday, all the Henlong tanks and more back in stock, or the container arrived. If they're not on the website yet, bear with us, because they are coming. So a huge restock of tanks is in the works, which is great. Here we go. Now these you will have to put stickers and stuff on, like I checked. And there's a box down there. We're going to throw that down. I don't know what's in that one yet. I haven't opened, but I did get to see them inside. And they are really cool. They got like metal barrels. It's a T, what is it, the T-34 and the Panzer. So it's German versus Russian, which is great. Which would have been a big front. So you can blitzkrieg for days with these. But again, they are IR ready, and they look great. There was a little video on one of the digest videos I did that was provided by Toro showing them in action. So I'm excited to get those things out. Oh, and one more detail about the Toros. That's what I forgot. New IR sensors come with the Toros. They can now communicate with Henlongs and Tamiyas. So if you pick up a new Toro now, and you have a Henlong or you have a Tamiya, they'll all play together, which I thought is also really, really, really cool. And then another thing I got to take out, which I'm excited about, from Toro, to battle the Schwimmwagen, we've got the Ford GPA. So again, 16 scale, going to match up with your tanks, but that's the amphibious vehicle from, I guess World War II. But really cool. Yeah, 1942 till the end of the war. Ford produced 12,000 units of this, but I'm excited to see it in action. I haven't driven one of the scale vehicles that is also amphibious, so that'll be great for the lake and such. So that's it for me with new stuff. Now Wes is working on. You guys might have saw. Did we show this last month? So we can move to the in progress, because this is what's coming from Wesley very soon, and I'm excited about it. But he's got that DO335, which is just awesome. Hold on, Wes. I don't hear you.
Let's see.
Are you muted?
Nope.
Oh, he's back.
Okay.
There we go.
I was just waiting for you to pass it over. Yeah.
Fair
so
enough.
I've been working on the DO335. This is the really neat German pusher-puller airplane. I can't remember if we showed this on the last show either. If not, though, here it is. So far, we've got the motors. Me and Papa have been working. Papa's really been working hard on this one, but we've got the motors mounted front and back now. You can see the battery access on the airplane is actually really good. Now, I haven't mounted the canopy yet because I'm still detailing a little bit, but it actually comes with a lot detail. But yeah, you can see there's plenty of room in the DO for batteries. I'm going to be going 6S on this airplane. And it's beautiful. The finish on it is absolutely gorgeous, as all the Black Horse models now, where they come out of the box pre-weathered for you. You don't have to do any of that. Let me see if Lori can zoom in for just a second and show you this cockpit detail also. Let me see here. She's gonna hit the zoom button. I'm gonna hold this up. Look at this. You get a full instrument panel right out of the box. The nice little pilot. Let's see, which way to go? Right here. Nice little pilot detail. I mean, Black Horse has really got some sweet models. I've done several of them now and really been enjoying them. And this is just going to be able to screw in and out for access to some of the different parts inside the airplane. And then you also have an access panel up here on the top of the DO to get to all your servos. So I've got all the servos are mounted. Retracts are put together. All we've got to do now is finish it up. It's really getting close. This one will probably be done in another week or so and be getting out to get flying. So I'm super excited about this airplane. Oh, I see James talking away, but I think he's talking to somebody else. Anyway, it's coming really good. The wings are all together on it also. It's really beautiful. There it
I'm
is.
muted. I was muted. I did it to you. I did what I just made fun. Karma,
I think
man.
James is talking to me,
Call
but
it fate. Call it karma, like Peter Venkman. I was gonna say I'm really excited. I saw some people talk about they want to make like a foam version, but they want like a detachable bottom fin because the way the whole vertical stabilizer on that aircraft, it doesn't just rise, above the fuselage. There's also a part of it that goes down. So that's the only thing I'm concerned. I want to see, is there enough room when you land, and flare? Are you going to be scraping that thing? And I know, knowing you, you'd be able to probably, because that moves too, right? That's rudder down there.
yeah,
You
so
can't even
it's all
make
hooked
that
up now, so you
detachable.
can see this is the rudder. You've got a rudder top
so
and
that
bottom.
moves too.
Yep,
Dude,
it's interesting.
that thing's gonna knife edge.
Yeah, well, it's gonna knife edge like crazy. Yeah.
I think it's gonna knife edge. I'm just interested to see that. Like that was my only fear. How perfect of a lander do you have to be? To get down there, are you gonna be able to just have it? Like, where's the flare point where you're gonna smack that thing down? But either way.
It's going to be cool. I'm excited to see it. It's something definitely completely different than I've ever had. It's a very, very unique airplane. So I'm super excited to see how that ends up working out.
Oh, and I shared with you, and then I shared it on Facebook because somebody shared it on Hobby Squawk. yeah. A lot of, it's like four levels of inception there on the shares. But like a guy put a turbine in the back. Because I guess modeled after in real life, they took that one, and I guess, when the turbines become a thing, they did a DO435, I guess they called it, in real life. So a guy did it, just recently. So I don't know if the front prop does anything but create drag at that point if you put a turbine on the back, but it looked and sounded great and flew excellent in that video. So I don't think it flying in the air is a problem. I know it's going to fly. I've seen it fly. It's just, for me, those landings would be go. Aldous RC, shouldn't there be a tail wheel on that fin? I don't know.
No, not according to the instructions. It's tricycle gear. We use the X-Wave retracts. Just got to put them in now. They're all put together. And it doesn't show that there's supposed to be a tail wheel.
Yeah, no. Somebody's saying like, they would think it should have a tail wheel or something on that.
I thought about adding maybe a skid to the bottom of a plastic skid if it does hit. That way, if you hit it, it just hits that skid.
Yeah.
If it needs it, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean,
I'm excited to find
make
out.
it look good. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. Nothing yet, Victor. So, I think the day you see turbines on our website, and the jets for them is the day you see jets that are capable of turbines on our website will be the same day you see turbines on our website. I doubt we'd bring in, we don't really want to, I don't think you bring in products that you can't support, is what probably be the best thing. So once we get hopefully, eventually we do, because, as you can see, every product line's been growing. All the categories are growing. So, bear with us. You're going to see construction videos, and, we're going to keep making sure we do the plane content, and then we're going to be tossing in the smaller stuff in between, because you got to let people know. There's a lot of big markets out there. Construction stuff, those markets are crazy. It's awesome, though. All around, just having a lot of fun with what's been happening. I can't believe it's already July.
I know.
So let's lead this into the questions and answers. So if you guys want to start asking more questions, we got about 10 minutes or so. But while you guys are putting in your questions, just real quick, Alex, I don't know. Well, you might have threw it in the wrong one. Do you have that event flyer? Because November 3rd through the 6th of this year, Wesley had actually started his own show. Last year was your first year of doing it?
Year before.
The year before. So
we missed it because of COVID the year after.
You missed it because of COVID. So 2 years ago, you did a Merry Boozer, Toys for Tots fly-in at a field close by you, where they Florida Jets. What is, I forget.
Imperial RC Club. Yeah.
Imperial
so they're
RC
the same club that does Top Gun and Florida Jets. They are the same club that puts both of them on. So these guys are top notch, and they really know. They really know their stuff. Here we go. Yeah, getting that ready.
Oh, it's not even. They're not seeing it yet.
They're not seeing it yet, but yeah.
I looked at the wrong screen.
We
have a flyer. Alex, I had it in the wrong section. He's going to throw the flyer up. But we're going to make an event page about this on Facebook probably today after the show. And you've got a couple months. So the show's going to be November 3rd through the 6th in Mulberry, Florida. Any plane, any size, except... you be my Vanna, Wes.
No turbines.
No, Vanna White. Just hold your hands. Keep your mouth closed. And hold your hands. There you go. I'm Sajak right now. So we got landing fee will be $40 for the weekend or $20 for a single day, and you got to bring an unwrapped toy. We're gonna donate toys to Toys for Tots. I plan on being there with Alex, and obviously Wes and Lori will be down there. So you get the whole gang. We're gonna have fun, flying whatever we got. Who knows if we're gonna have something new to show by then. There's dry camping there, and there's also a hotel right down the road. So I know I'll probably be at the hotel with Alex. Wes is probably gonna be parking on the field, and all around I'm really excited. So we're gonna get that started up. Event page, so you guys tune in if there are any changes or anything like that. We'll keep you updated. We'll update you here, and there you go. So thank you, Wes. You look good in your outfit today. Vanna White's got the best job in history of jobs, bar none.
I was pretty good at that.
You were good.
I was getting that figured out towards the end.
It looked very easy. Yeah. I'd love to know how she always knows where to go so fast.
I need to figure out one day to be like, here, James, here's this battery. And then
we got to
grab it from me.
We definitely got to play that joke at some point for sure. Alden RC, price range of the minis. I believe they're 115. I believe they're 115, ready to fly out the door. So, and again, like I said, don't quote me, but I doubt they threw in extra batteries just for the ones they sent me. But if each one comes with 3 batteries as well, that's a good deal for a nice micro and mini. And then you can see some other new stuff. If you guys remember the old crafty ME163, that is back under the Skynetic house, and I've got that in a box underneath me as well that I got to put together. So, and then they copy that over. That might be a mistake. So I'm gonna have the warehouse right after I get off the phone here check a few extra boxes and just see if there's 3 batteries in there. Because if there is, that's even awesome. So just bear with us, bear with me on that. I'll let you know as soon as I get the answer. Do I see? So some people saying too far away. Kevin, I saw you earlier mentioning you want to build. You mentioned you want to build like a DO335 or just a Black Horse ARF in general. Either way, it's worth it. If you have if you love RC and it's time, it's always good to jump into a balsa ARF.
Don't forget about our Nexa line of airplanes. I've put 3 of those together now, and the Nexa airplanes are really good bang for your buck on those too. They usually come with the retracts, and just finished the Nexa Hellcat. Got that from you. Put the 9cc gas motor on the front of it. Got it all ran in. We're ready to fly that one at some point.
Nice. Yep. I can't wait to see that. And you're also going to be doing a series on the NGH motors.
Yes.
Over time. Keep up with that. We're going to eventually, he's going to take you from, because I requested this because I want to know. But you get your motor out of the box, you got your balsa aircraft. Where do I start and where do I end? So there'll be a series of video, however many videos it takes. And he's going to do it for a few because we got Wes out there. We got him a 9cc, a 17cc.
9, 17, 35. And
then the Big
60.
Admiral 60, which we're still trying to find an aircraft to put that bad boy in.
Big enough to put it on. Yeah, that's going to be a big airplane.
Because Admiral, we even have 120cc. And see, this is the problem because now going back to the, turbines, selling turbines, we got to get some aircraft that can fit an Admiral 120cc engine motor. So,
right.
Hopefully that means those are coming at some point. I'm excited about it. I see a question, though. What is the best Freewing jet? I saw someone ask that on Facebook, and if I just had to throw one out there, I say 90mm F-22. I'll just put that out there.
Each of us are different.
My best one.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy. I still love my Venom. I still love it, even to this day. For me, it's between 2 of them. So I love just flying the Venom, but then for high alpha, man, the Mirage for me. You've seen me fly it a bunch. I love my Mirage.
We got to get you a new one. Yours is looking beat up.
It is beat up.
Yours is looking like
hard choice.
Yeah. It's a hard choice. So many of them are good.
Somebody needs to do the F-82 twin Mustang. Yeah, it was always our goal to maybe get to that one eventually. That is a pretty airplane too, though. The twin Mustang.
Yeah. Does P-47 actually come in Razorback like the box said? Oh, if it doesn't, I don't know. That's that's it. Maybe they messed up on the box. Maybe you got me there. I'm not sure. Do you think the F5 80mm is one of the fastest EDF jets? High performance, yes.
It's pretty fast.
It's quick because the F5, like the Mirage, are what I believe to be 70mm sized airframes with an 80mm power system. They're the smallest jets in the 80mm lineup by design, because in real life there's, considerably smaller jets, I would think. Like you ever see the F-16 next to an F-18 or something, you're like, oh my goodness, the F-16, you realize how small it is, comparatively speaking. But yeah, just in general, they move both of the motor really well. But the Mirage gives you something that the F5 doesn't as far as the high alpha-ness, with that delta shape.
Which isn't for everybody. So it's nice that there's both options.
Yeah. You can really got to push that battery back. You can, think about the Mirage, it has such a large CG range, really, because you could fly it. I remember I flew yours, with the way it just felt completely ridiculous. Like yours wasn't designed to do straight and level fast flight.
Nope.
You have it just where it wants to sit there. That's straight. That's like it's straight line. You do this and you try to fly straight and it, it's all over the place. Jackson, yes, I believe Freewing is better than e-flite. Like, yes,
softball question I've ever seen.
That's softball. Lob softballs. That was a home run, baby. I mean, what else am I gonna say? No, I don't think so. No, I like my F-22, but the F-16's not near as intimidating. See, I don't know, man. F-16 to me, the 90mm. Are we comparing 90mm to each other? Like the F-22 is a trainer compared to the F-16 in the 90mm size. I struggle to land perfectly consistently the F-16 because again I get afraid in that high alpha. I'm afraid I'm going to drop out of the sky like that's still my fear of getting in that attitude. I just can't get, I never know. Sometimes it's perfect, and then other times I'm popping the runway. Whereas the F-22, you just cut the throttle and it'll land. Like, you don't. The F-22s, like a lot of trainer jets, can almost give you a false sense of ease, if you will, can lull you to sleep. Like, you can 100% take the F-22, cut the power, and glide home, which you're not supposed to do with a jet. You're supposed to have controlled descents, but you can get away with it. So, that's why I would go the F-22. The second you take it off, you're going to be like, oh, you would think it had a gyro in it. You'd think it was like, you're like, this is just so... unless you have it set up completely wrong with just the highest rates possible, I think you can't beat the F-22. Someone needs to do the F-82 Twin Mustang unboxing and build video. Guybo, you read my mind. As soon as Wes finishes the dough, I'm sending him all the weird ones. So it's either that one or the JU-52 with the tri-motor, or both. But I want to see that one as well. I wanted to do the F-82. Both. They're both, yeah. Both is better, but I'm with you on that. You're on the Motion Live show. What do you think they're going to see at Roach?
Yeah, duh.
Do I like Motion RC? Yes. Yes, I do.
And you were talking about the F-16s. Now it's funny. We also have a 90mm F-16 and a 90mm F-22. And we have the 64s, both airplanes now. So somebody that wants to try them both inexpensively can do the 64s, because I know the F-22 high alpha is great. I had one, and it does great high alpha. So I'm hoping that they're going to be a great comparison even in the 64mm size.
I just think the wing area on the 22, like, I don't know if the 16, like the bottom of the fuselage 16, I don't know if it provides, how like flat the 22
right,
is.
I know.
Like, provides so much more lift. So, the 64mm was a blast. But then again, even the F-18, whereas the 90mm F-18, it's one of those you got to learn how to land it correctly, or you could stall out of the sky. I never got that with the 64, the Royal Maces one. Like, you can cut the power on that and glide that baby all day. It's super light. So I'm excited to see how this turns out, either way. So what's the difference? It's the price difference, guys. Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure what they were talking about. But, you seem more relaxed now that Wes is on the Motion RC. Do I? I think it's just, man, it'll be actually June 27th, which was my oldest daughter's birthday, was the day we left New York 4 years ago. So it was I've been a Southerner for 4 years now, and that might be, I'm not
getting him taught
every
right.
day. I'm not getting out in New York traffic. I'm not, things do go a little slower down here, which is nice.
Right.
So
we got to work on that Southern accent for you.
And I wasn't drinking, I don't know, I'm not drinking nearly as much coffee. I've been running a lot. I don't know why, but, just been jogging a lot. So maybe my heart rate's lower. I don't know. I'm feeling good.
You eating sure
but
is.
I'm eating Wheaties, man. I'm doing my thing. Why don't brands go over 90mm EDF? Like, why not 120s? They do, Jackson. There are other brands. There's a brand called HSD who basically specializes in larger EDF jets. Freewing does 90s as their biggest, if you will, or probably a twin 80 would be the biggest models you do. But yeah, it just, again, it comes down to the type of thing you use what you got, what you know, and eventually you gotta have limits in what you make, or you get, I'd rather them specialize and be good at one thing than try to overdo too much and become not perfect at everything, So, and then my favorite Freewing plane, MiG-29, followed by the Gripen.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. I mean, they came out, Kevin.
That was an exciting day.
That was exciting. Yeah, 2 weeks when we released both of those, like, back to back. They're both great. And, the options with both of those, the fact that you can do the thrust vectoring is awesome. Oh, James, what it's saying is the F-16 costs half as much as the F-22. That's why it's more intimidating. The F-16...
Well, he might be talking 70mm F-16.
Talk about 70mm F-16.
70mm F-16.
We have three sizes
90mm versus 90mm F-22. Yeah, because we don't have a 70mm. Gotcha.
22.
I hear you, and that's why it's when people ask me a lot of times, like, what's a good trainer? A lot of times we don't mention 90s just because really the price. It doesn't mean they're not excellent trainers. If you're somebody where money is not an issue, you could jump to the F-22 as a trainer jet. I could almost say that. Like, you're going to have fun with that one. You know, bigger, sometimes bigger just flies better too. So, MR, JD Crow, man, you are correct. I can't wait to that day. I'm going to be just excited as everyone else when we get the next Flightline 1600mm Warbird.
Mm-hmm.
The 80mm A10, it's a good one. Best CDF I've ever seen. It's solid. You can't beat that one. That's one that everybody should have. And that
can't go to a jet show without seeing one either. They're everywhere.
And that one, like, they fly, you know, they fly almost trainer-like, you know. Any jet that has, like, T-33 that has...
Straight wing
tends to be great for, you know, a trainer. Yep. So A10,
L39.
Venom, L39, T-33, ME-262, fantastic. Yeah. Those are about... Avanti kind of has, you know, that's why the Avanti does so good if you want to go sport. But then when you get to the short coupled wings, F-16s, F-18s, that's where F-15, you better be on your game. Better be ready for those aircraft. And then the F-104 is just a whole nother beast. But we have hit the 1 o'clock marker. So I think we'll start wrapping some things up. So Wes, again, state that show you're going to, Jacksonville Jets, next week.
Yeah, so Jacksonville, it'll be at the Gateway RC flying field. It's right next to the National Cemetery. It's a great show. They have power. They have camping, dry camping, but they have showers on site and toilets. They're doing lunch every day. It's going to be a great event. It's all jets, any kind, turbine, electric, whatever you want. 400-foot paved runway. Should be a great show. We'll be there the whole weekend, having fun, filming. If you're there with us, come get me if you want to do a fan flight, and we will gladly film it and put it up here on the Motion RC YouTube channel at some point.
And
always
you'll have
love
the new F-16 there, right?
I have the new F-16 there. Yeah, I'm going to take as many jets as I can fit in the car because they have covered parking for your jets at night there. It's a great club. So I'm going to take as many as I can pile in the old camper this next weekend. So we're going to get there Friday evening. The event officially starts Saturday and Sunday. So, and I think it was pretty cheap too, like $10 for the landing fee. So great show. Come out and fly with us.
2 more questions I'll answer quickly. When will parts be available for the F-16? They should be in the warehouse. If they're just not on the website, that just means they're getting the pictures and, you know, they'll come up as soon as possible. But spare parts should be there. And I saw... Oh, Kevin eyeballed the M62. Just pull the trigger. It's a fantastic flyer. And Roach Coach, I don't think you'd be able to tell the difference between the 9-blade and 12-blade. Like, if you can, I can't. I was never able to really tell that much difference. I felt it a little differently, efficient-wise, on the battery time, but it's hard for me to judge speed like that. But guys, I want to wish you all a very happy 4th of July to everybody in the States. Monday is, you know, holiday, so enjoy your 3-day weekend, everybody. You know, be careful with the fireworks, as always. Don't go crazy with that. Keep your hands, because you need to fly and drive RC. So we need those things. Like my former Giants player blew his hand off a long time ago. Yeah, not good. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. As we said in the show, expect us to start coming back with more content, probably more lives. Wes is going to be doing some different types of lives that are more dedicated to helping people. So all that stuff is coming and more. We're excited to get back on the road, but you will definitely see us here the first Friday of August for our next official live show like this. And I can't wait to see you guys then. Have a great 4th of July weekend. Bye, everybody.